Welcome back to Tennessee Mornings. They see some of the most brutal, disturbing crimes. The triple murder in Bellevue last weekend is a classic example. There are counselors to help the families and the victims' families, but who's there to help the police officers and detectives first on the scene? Joining us now is the police crisis counselor with the Metro Nashville Police Department. We're talking with David Kennington. Good to see you, David. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I can't imagine the things that the first responders see when they first get onto a scene. And they see it, it's part of their job, but then they do have to go home. What's the first thing you say to these police officers and detectives?
One of the things we want to do when we have an intervention, which we call critical incident stress management, we want to help normalize their emotions. It's going to be very normal for these guys sometimes to be overwhelmed with emotions. We have the best training academy in the country, I believe that, but you cannot prepare the officers for everything they're going to see. This last weekend was a good example, just a brutal, gruesome scene. The officers did an incredible job, but afterwards, it's good to give them a chance to process their emotions, what they saw, how they felt, and to normalize. You're going to be okay.
You mentioned the Bellevue, the triple murders here, what you're referring to. How many officers did you talk to, and was it something that was required?
It was required. We have a process in place with the Metro Police Department where after a critical incident can be anything from a police shooting, a gruesome scene, an officer see another officer get wounded or shot. And so the captain, the sergeant called us out. And there was approximately 10 to 12 officers that we worked with on that morning, just to, again, give them a chance to talk about their emotions, how they were dealing with it.
I know you mentioned this starts early in the police academy, the training and the therapy. How much do you find that police officers are surprised and taken aback by what they see for maybe the very first time?
A lot. I think they're trained to deal with a lot of situations, and I think sometimes it seems like this with young, innocent victims. I think anytime officers see children, when they see elderly, there's that loss of innocence, and it does impact them. We teach them, do not deny what you feel. Don't resist those emotions that are coming up for you. And to validate, you're still a good officer. You could not control this situation. It's normal for us to hear officers say, if only I could have gotten there sooner, if only this would have happened. And we try to support them, help them understand, you guys did the best that you could.
Does it impact them enough to where they quit?
I have rarely seen that here, and again, I think that goes back to the training academy and an incredible job they do.
Sure.
Very rarely. What will happen is if officers keep this stuff inside and they don't talk about it, and I tell them, you don't have to talk to me, but talk to your pastor, talk to a friend, talk to your sergeant. But what will happen is if you keep this stuff in, it's gonna come out. You're gonna feel it with chest pains and headaches and stomach aches. It's gonna come out in your marriage. It's gonna come out in your work.
All right. Thank you so much.
You bet.